Hi everybody. Today I'm gonna share with you a very quick and yummy dessert recipe. So as you can see, I have quinoa over here. So you should guess by now that this is going to be a healthier dessert. So we're going to have some quinoa. Just take plain old white quinoa, and then in here I have some cracked wheat or broken wheat. So I'm going to use that as well. We're going to make a pudding or kheer, which is a milk-based recipe. So generally you would use some milk and you'd really boil it for a long time. But instead of spending that much time, what in here I have a half a can of condensed milk mixed with half a can of evaporated milk. And the reason I do that is because condensed milk is really sweet and I don't want my dessert to be overly sweet. So I used half and half in a different dessert recipe, and so I have again half a can of condensed milk and half a can of evaporated milk both mixed in here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to start with 1 cup of cracked wheat and at least a half a cup of quinoa. I'm going to put it in my glass bowl, and then I'll show you what happens. So here is the cracked wheat. It kind of just looks like this. Actually, just decided I'm going to make it only a 3/4 cup of the cracked wheat in here, because I want it kind of not overly, I want the quinoa to shine through as well. So I'm going to take 3/4 of a cup of quinoa. Okay, so roughly around 3/4 of this cup. Right. So in this goes now. Literally not going to do anything. Generally the cracked wheat, you want to boil it, you want to cook it for a long time, which is why we are going to use the instant pot. It's going to make things easy. And generally you can also, you would boil either of these things with water and then put it, but what I like to do, I want to incorporate the flavors all within. So I generally tend to use milk, generally use milk directly to boil. So in here I'm just going to reserve a little bit just in case I want to add it on the top and it's too thick. So now I'm just going to mix this up. Just want to make sure it's nicely mixed up. And as you can see, it's already thick. So as this boils and fluffs up, generally want twice the amount of water. And so if you see over here, it was mostly a little over a cup. So what I'm going to do here is add some regular milk. So just pouring in some regular milk. Okay. And so now I'm going to go ahead and put it in my Instant Pot. So there it goes. That's it, right? I told you it's very fast. So now the sugar, right? Like I said, if you prefer slightly sweeter desserts, then it's you can add more sugar in here. You can add some honey if you want. And also, once this boils, the consistency of the pudding is up to you. If you really thick set puddings, leave it. If you want a little bit liquid, add more milk, add more evaporated milk. I'm going to add this remaining at the end just to, kind of see. Sometimes what happens is the cracked wheat might absorb more water or less water. So I just wanted to make sure I have some extra. But in any case, even if you don't have that, you have your milk. And so that's what you can use. So the lid goes on. And all I'm going to do here is go on pressure cook. And we're going to cook it for 8 minutes on high. And that should be it. I will see you on the other side. So this is now all done. I took it out. It naturally released in about 15-20 minutes. And so as you can see, the liquid has been absorbed, and just kind of mixing this around. Everything is cooked nicely. So now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to add that remaining milk mixture that I had saved. So once all of that is in, I also in the meantime crushed up some cardamom. So I took my mortar and pestle and just took some cardamom in here. So I'm going to put that in. And cardamom is what really gives it a nice flavor. So now I'm gonna add, you can add some sliced almonds in here. So I'm gonna add some of those, and then some nice golden raisins, and then I'm gonna give it a taste. So because I was just using my condensed milk and evaporated milk mixture, I did not add any more sugar. I'm gonna give it a taste just to make sure that it feels sweet enough, and then we'll serve it. Okay. Before I do that, I actually wanted to twist this up a little. So I had some leftover oatmeal that I'm gonna add to this as well. This will also give it that pudding consistency. And it will make it slightly thicker, because as you can see, like, quinoa is not very starchy. The cracked wheat is not necessarily very starchy. If you don't have leftover oatmeal, that's fine. You could have added oats in here if you want, or you can also add some semolina. I would say about half a cup of cooked oatmeal, or half a cup of cooked semolina. So not uncooked, but cooked. So that would be maybe around 1/4 of a cup. Okay, there you have it, garnished with some almonds and some golden raisins. And you can have it make the consistency thick like I like it, or you can add more milk and make it more of a liquidy pudding as well. So I hope you enjoyed this recipe, and see you next time. Bye.